Dr. Benavides Ams, and I am assuming that if you're looking at this second video about the syllabus is because the first one was at least somewhat helpful. So that makes me happy. Let's talk a little bit about class policies. Academic misconduct policy, it's spelled out in great detail in your graduate student handbook or your graduate student bulletin on the A-State website. Go read that. And it boils down to do not cheat, do not pass someone else's work as your own, and always cite your sources, right? Announcements, it is your responsibility to keep up with course information, and that is going to either be sent through a Blackboard announcement or to your student email. So check both of those regularly. Not having received the information because you are not looking at the announcements or you are not logging into your student email regularly is not an excuse for not turning in your work on time. So please be on top of that. The due dates for all assignments are Sunday by the end of the day. That is 11:59 Central Time. Anything after that will be considered late and not accepted. And the very last week of classes, which is week 7, everything is due early. We will be sending plenty of announcements and plenty of emails about that, making sure that you don't miss the deadline, but it is your responsibility to check the announcements or the emails. If you have a class grade dispute, because you think that the academic coaches who are 100% human and are allowed to make mistakes, if you think they overlooked something or they graded you mistakenly for something, you are more than welcome to politely and kindly make your case to them via email. And if you are not satisfied with the answer and you still think they made a mistake, you're more than welcome to reach out to me after you have two keywords here, politely and kindly, reached out to them. However, just a word of advice, I do grade a little bit harsher than they do, just the nature of the beast. The beast being academia, not me, but yes. And, sometimes it has resulted in lower grades for students. I don't mean to, I'm not mean, it's just the way it is. Another one of the policies of this program and the university in general is comprehensive exams. You can take them at any time. However, we advise that you take them either on your last semester or even after you have taken all of your courses, because they are by nature very comprehensive. They are hard, they are tedious, they are going to put you through the ringer. They are meant to be an exit barrier, so that even if you did excellent in your classes, you can still be stopped from getting a degree if you do not pass this exit barrier. That's what it's meant to do. It's one last very hard filter that most people with a master's degree has to go through, and our university is no exception, and our program is no exception. If you have questions about that, visit the Blackboard organization, MS Sport Administration online, or email or graduate coordinator for the online program, Dr. Lavetter. Email policy, guys, there is over 200 of you. That's why we have 3 academic coaches. There is only one of me. So if all of you are emailing me, I'm going to take a little bit to get around to you. So my policy is I respond within 72 hours. You are going to get a way faster response rate if you email the academic coaches. So I am encouraging you to make them your primary source of contact. Inclement weather policy, I know that we are all over the world, and sometimes there is hurricanes and storms and tornadoes and snow that I may not even be aware of, that may knock out your internet or blow out your house, or I couldn't even imagine all the things that weather does. So if you are in one of those situations and you can get a hold of Wi-Fi to notify your coach and copy me, let us know. We will work with you. Otherwise, unless it's a university excuse absence or an inclement weather situation, we are not accepting late work. Another policy is I do not write recommendation letters unless I personally work with you. In your case, is if you do a thesis and I'm your thesis advisor, then I'm very likely going to write you a recommendation letter. Otherwise, there's just too many of you for me to keep up with all of the subtle differences that are going to make a letter grade, so I will refrain from writing one. If you have a documented disability, you need accommodations for it, you need to visit the website of the disability services and make sure that they notify me as soon as possible so I can make the appropriate accommodations. And finally, for this video, the syllabus is subject to change because as all things in this world are, it is imperfect.